Right, are we live? Hi guys, I'm Calamity of Joe. Welcome back to a new Minecraft YouTube live stream on the Calamity of Joe YouTube channel. Welcome to the stream. Right, that's my phone going off. Right, we're live in this YouTube channel today. One person in the stream. I haven't put the link in my Discord server yet. In fact, I haven't even opened up Discord today, I think. Actually, I may have done earlier on my phone. I may have done. Actually. Hello to the person who's just joined. Welcome to the stream. I'm just putting my stream into my Discord server. Bollocks, I didn't get the link. Not a very good idea, is it? I didn't get the link, guys. Here we go. There we go. Put it into my Discord server. Basically to show that I am live. I am live. I am on my Minecraft world. Right. Welcome everybody to this stream today. I thought we built something, so I need to go and find some torches quickly. Was that my mending one? No, it's not my mending one. Got all my good armor, I think. So, right. Right. Let's quickly get here. Right, I've got an idea to build a swimming pool, guys. So I need to find the end. I need to find the door. Right, that's what I want. I want to go down here. Because it's night time, we'll take a quick detour into this little room here because I left a bed in here. There we go. Perfect. There we go. All I want is some torches right now so I can map. So I can map out what I need to do. A second. I always have like 60 torches on me, but I can't find any of them. Can you guys hear my mic? Oh, hold on a second. Just got out of surgery. Ooh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm looking for some torches. Why can't I find any? I wonder if there's one in the torches chest, which is literally in the corner here, isn't it? No, but there's got to be one somewhere. I'm sorry to hear that. Was it successful? Oh. Ouch. But necessary. Necessary in some cases. Well, very necessary in religion. Obviously, for health reasons, very necessary in some religious backgrounds where it's 100%. It's done in religion. It's done in some religions. I mean, it's done in some religions, but it's also only done elsewhere in the world for very necessary health emergencies. Yeah, ouch. But it's one of those. I do know this though. I do know this. It is one of those that the pain goes away after a while. Right. I want to plan a build. I want to plan a build. I want to plan a new build. A new like mini game. Just go. I've been awake since 5ish. Yeah. Well, I would imagine so. Never had surgery on anything, so I will be honest, guys. I do not know what surgery is like. And I'm being honest, guys. I generally don't know what surgery is like because I've never had to have surgery. One. I suppose we could start it. When does this end? I suppose we could start it. We could start it here. No. But it's necessary because it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26. So let's have it end right here. Let's have it end here then. Actually, can we bring this out to a couple more? Can we at least get that to there? This build. But it's still a necessary thing though. It's still a necessary thing though. Hello Pixel Dibble, welcome to the stream. So block here. Block, 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 block. Good. Well, no, I've never had anesthesia, but you know, it's not the end of the world. Like, it is a painkiller. They do it so you're not going to be in pain. So you're not going to be in pain because, you know, some surgeries are very painful things. Some surgeries are, you know, very painful. So you don't want to have someone awake and constantly feeling that pain. Imagine it back 100 years ago. Imagine it 100 years ago when, whilst they were trying to save your life and pull the bullet out of your chest, you're awake and you're feeling it all the way through. Right. I want to go and get some blocks now. Now, there shouldn't be any lag. It's not the stream lagging, it's my internet, I think. $100 years ago. Yeah, 100 years ago, when they were trying to save you, they didn't have any pain or anaesthetic painkillers. So there was nothing to block the pain, so it would have been a lot more painful 100 years ago. Oh. I'm going to McDonald's, then home, yay. Cool. I'm going to fix my shovel here. Because I need I'm building a mini game. I'm building a mini game on this world. I've decided to build a mini game, so I'm building a. Is your joking? A ebook? It's both. It's both. It's a paperback and an ebook. So, what country are you from, Duffelbear? What country are you from? Because it's both. You can buy it as an ebook. You can buy it as an ebook, and no, it's an ebook, and you can buy it as an ebook and a paperback. England, yeah, because you're from the UK. Because I'm also from the UK. Because you're from the UK, it's the same price. It's available as an ebook and a paperback in England. And there's a link in the description. There's a link in the stream. Yeah, they are available on ebook. Yeah, they are available on ebook, guys. I made them available on ebook because people read ebooks. It's alright? But yeah, they are paperback, but they're on ebook as well. I'm not gonna do a hardback though. I'm not gonna do a hardback until one of my books is like 400 pages, because hardbacks cost more. Doing that is very, very useful. So it's 24 blocks. Okay. Could we make it one bigger? Could we make this like a couple bigger? Swimming pool. We're making a swimming pool. We're making like a... Using this dirt that we've gathered, we need to make this slightly longer. So we're making a swimming pool. Hello, Pixel King. Yeah, I got a climate of Joe's stream. Welcome, Pixel King. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I haven't streamed in a few days, but it was because I ordered a new TV stand. I ordered a new TV stand literally 3 weeks ago, and it finally turned up the other day, so that's why there was no stream. Well, I was going to use concrete, but then I've decided that I would like to use stuff that you would use in, like, I just dropped my Joy-Con. I wanted to use stuff that we would use in ocean monuments. Jesus, I'm forgetting how to speak English today, even though I am from England. Yeah. Okay, so this is where we want to end this. Okay. And night terror, yeah. That's why the brain's so fascinating. You know, it can make you have... The brain can make you have good dreams, and it can make you have bad dreams. Damn, you didn't hit 8k before 2025 finished. No, the aim was to hit it by my birthday, but we were unsuccessful on that. But it's totally fine. It's totally fine. We set a challenge. We set a challenge. We didn't quite hit it. But that's what setting challenges are for, guys. That's what setting challenges are for, everybody. I need to explain what this is, what we're building. It would help if I was breaking blocks. Yeah, the brain's fascinating. You can have good dreams and bad dreams. I don't really get them anymore. I don't get bad dreams anymore. But it's an interesting one. I don't get bad dreams anymore. I think it's because I've worked out a sort of... I worked out a way in my head. If I do have something bad pop into my head, I start thinking of something else. So wherever I'm sat there dreaming, I control the dream. It's so weird. Whenever I'm sat there dreaming, I'm normally controlling the dream. If you guys get what I mean. So I get all my book. It's where I get all my book ideas from. Most of my book ideas come from the fact that I've dreamt them. James Cameron said something recently which I found really interesting. And he said about, you know, your brain dreaming is basically your own free online subscription. It's your free online TV subscription. And when he said that, I was like, that is true, isn't it? It's freezing cold, but it is winter. I'm cold right now, actually, guys. I'm cold right now. It's raining. Ooh. That is very... Jesus. That's a really interesting dream. Because obviously a dog's head would never just fall off. That's something that wouldn't happen just because the humans, animals, all our heads are screwed on. Interesting though. What you reminded me of then was a comedian. as a comedian, he said about walking his dog, and when he walked off the stage after doing his show, he came on with a fake dog, and it was on wheels, and as he walked off, the head fell off. I like this comedian. He's really, really funny, but it's because he this guy, he brings in a lot. He brings history into his jokes quite a lot, and he's incredibly, incredibly smart. For like 12 years. In a way, yeah. I'm just going to dig all this dirt out here. My laptop's about to go flat. I haven't plugged the laptop charger in. Couldn't even find the charger then. The charging hole then. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, I will admit, my science fiction stories, Dawn of Planets, came to me in a dream. It was a dream. I woke up. I loved the dream so much that I added more to it while I was jumping on the trampoline the day later. So I will admit, I come up with Dawn of Planets jumping on a trampoline. I wish I still had that trampoline. I wish I still had that trampoline. I would generally be right at thinking of book ideas whilst jumping on the trampoline again. I don't think my weight would take it though, because that's what happened to it, guys. That's why the trampoline broke. Oh, honestly, I almost died on a trampoline, guys. I almost died on my own trampoline when I was a kid. When I was like 15. I almost died. I generally almost died on a trampoline. I jumped up, because that's what I used to do on a trampoline. You jump, don't you? I jumped and a spring come off and literally skimmed the side of my eye. It could have been 100 times worse. Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. But yeah, the spring shot off and it missed my eye by about a quarter of an inch, by a quarter of a centimetre. It's not the worst thing that happened to me on this trampoline. This trampoline I had this trampoline from when I was like 11 to when I was like 16. And then suddenly my weight just went through it. So it ended up, I was jumping, and then we had a tiny little hole at the bottom. Suddenly my whole body just went through the hole. Right, I went too low with this, you know, it's one of those guys. I love it. I loved jumping on the trampoline. I used to come up with my book ideas. I used to come up with my book ideas whilst jumping on a trampoline. The Radium Girls, I don't even know what that is. I'm super obsessed with history as well, guys, I will admit. Oh! I can think of something slightly worse, ironically. I was watching a film last night. This is 1910s to 1920s. I can think of something worse. I can think of something a little worse. During the late 1880s in the UK, match factories changed to new types of phosphorus. And they didn't realise that the phosphorus that in it was poisonous. What they were using was poisonous. So a lot of the young girls that were that were using the phosphorus obviously got ill, and they got ill from it. It's the same as but you don't know. Look, back in the late 80s, back in like the 70s and the 80s, they used to use in the 70s and the 80s, guys, they used to use lead in paint. They used to use lead in paint. They used to mix lead with paint, and they totally didn't aware that lead was poisonous. But I said, you know, back in the day though, they didn't know. I gotta go and get some more prismarine. Yeah, back in the day they didn't know. They didn't know lead was poisonous. So have you guys ever heard of the smog? Probably not, because most of you on here are American. The smog, because of how industrialized Great Britain became, during the 18th, 19th centuries. You know, Great Britain was a very rural country up until about 1750. Great Britain was a very rural nation, and then we invented the trains. Then we invented trains. We found out about steam power, coal, and over the next 80 years, Great Britain become the most industrial country on the planet. But by the 18th, because of obviously how much stuff they were, how many factories there were in London. There were parts of London in a day which basically you couldn't see 5 feet ahead of you because of this smoke and fog, which was called smog. Obviously, smoke and fog. It was so bad you couldn't see 5 feet ahead of you, which is why Jack the Ripper was able to get away with his shit, because the smog was why Jack the Ripper got away with his crimes, because he couldn't they couldn't find him. When they heard the cries of the victim, the smog helped him out, because they couldn't track down where the girl was because of how thick the smog was. Had they not had the smog, they probably would have caught him. It's a really interesting point of view with the smog. Yeah, the smog London. I'll put a picture into my Discord server, guys. I'll put a picture in my Discord server. The Great Smog was a severe air pollution event that happened in December 1952, a period of cold weather combined with anticyclone and windless conditions collected airborne pollutants, mostly arising from the use of coal, to form a thick level over the city. I'm going to put an image in my history chat on my Discord server. I'm going to put an image in of what the smog looked like. There's a picture of Tower Bridge, and you can hardly see it. And they're standing about, I don't know, a mile away from it. But yeah, back in the day though, in factories there was no health and safety. There wasn't really. I will admit though, based on what you said, Pixel King, about like the Radium Girls, I'm not sure where that was. I'm not sure if that was America or the UK. But back in the day, they didn't have health and safety. There's a clip in the UK of them building a bridge in the 1960s, and a guy, instead of going down the stairs, literally jumped bar to bar all the way down. Yeah. Shit. I missed the turn in. It's one of those guys. Like, history is an amazing subject. People turn around and say they find history boring, and I'm like, well, he who ignores history is bound to repeat it. You've got to learn from the errors of the past to form the future. If everyone sort of gets what I mean. And it's like, when I see things like that nowadays, guys, and like people doing it, I'm like, history is so important. But yeah, health and safety wasn't looked at as a priority back in them days. But now you'll go to prison. Now, if you go and, you know, make a mistake and somebody gets injured, if you make a mistake nowadays and somebody gets hurt, now it's an issue. Whereas back in the day, nobody sued. Yeah, but that's the thing though. Back in the day, they didn't know this stuff. Back in the day, they didn't know because they didn't have the scientific instruments. Let me think of another one. You know, when people are pregnant, back in the 1960s, they had a pill for in the UK in the 1960s. They had a pill for people with morning sickness, so people were giving birth, people who were pregnant. It took them years to find out this pill they were giving pregnant women was actually causing birth defects. I need... Well, I do need a bucket of water. Finding that was pretty good. Actually, I could use these stone slabs. I've got to go. It's alright. Have a good rest of your day. Right, so our swimming pool mini game's almost completed. I just need to go and get some water, which I can get from the river. But yeah, just enough. So I'm going to go and get some lanterns, and the whole thing is you've got to swim to each end, and the first person to light their light up is the winner. Not sure what I'm going to call this mini game, but I think I will give it. You're one and I can't speak. We're going to give it a. We're going to give it like a simple. We're going to give it a simplistic name. The 100 meters or something. Right, let's go this way. Bucket of water, bucket of water, bucket of water. Perfect. Now we're going to go up to here. I really wish I had a bucket of water, another bucket of water right now. I have made a bit of a muck up. I can't get out. Where is this then? I'm going to go and get some more buckets of water. I've only got one bucket, so I'm going to attempt to do the impossible. I'm going to attempt. I'm going to attempt to do this with one bucket. What? Now tell me I'm not a legend for that. Everybody tell me I'm not a legend to somehow do that. Somehow doing this with just with 2 bits of wood with 1 bucket. Right. I didn't mean to fall then. Why didn't I think of this? Break these. Now we might have mucked it up. It made me wonder, why do we do that? If I'm doing it 1 by 1, why don't we just fill it all in with water, then add these bits back? Have I got dirt on me at the moment? You have a riddle? Cool. Perfect. I'm the only one here. You are at the moment, yeah. Well, west or south? I don't know, southwest? Hmm? That makes no sense. Because that wouldn't be a name. That wouldn't be a name for if you have 3 children. That wouldn't be a name. Uh-huh. Okay, I get it. Sorry. Right. Right. Perfect. Now we just got to fill these bits in here. Yeah, I was a bit stupid there, to be honest, Pixel Dibble. I didn't. I was a bit silly there. I didn't think clearly then. Yeah, that's a good one. Right. Hello, the Joke 6D. Welcome to the stream. It's cold right now. Yeah, it's cold for me. It was -5 the other day. It was -8 the other day. What, -8 Celsius? I come here for some redstone lamps. I don't think we've got any here, but... Hello, Bambi Miller. Welcome to the stream. I don't want those. I don't... Oh, those torches might be useful, actually. Hold on. Have we got any wood on it in here? I know this is for the roller coaster. I must be back into Minecraft again. Cool. Legacy Console Edition. Nintendo Switch. Why would you want me... Why would you want me to call you that? Out of curiosity. 5. I think that's enough. Oh my god, I've got something in my ear. It's actually really cold, guys. I need to go and put this bucket back. I just want to check to see if I don't have any like redstone lamps here. Are you from Hermitcraft? No. I'm playing Legacy Console Edition. I'm not from Hermitcraft, whatever that is. Okay, that's my name. I'm cool. Welcome to the stream. Oh, okay, so your YouTube channel's called Cool Dude, okay. Cool. It is freezing. I have built loads of wheat farms. I have. I'm just looking for some redstone lamps. I'm looking for some redstone lamps because I just built a mini game. I have just built a mini game which requires some lamps. I think we're only going to need 5. We're going to only need 5. So redstone lamps are in the corner here. I think we're going to need 5 at maximum. Let's take a 6 just in case. I don't know. I have no idea. The Jokes XD was a member at one was a channel member at one point. Right. Let's go this way. I'm going to head downstairs. I'm going to head down here back to the minigame area. So what we've just been building, guys, is we've built a swimming pool racing game. So we've built like how you have in the Olympics, we've built like a swimming racing game. Depends if you've been here. It depends if you've been here historically, I think. How many days have you survived? This isn't hardcore. This isn't hardcore. This is just regular Minecraft. I have my old Minecraft PS4 dish. Cool. Yeah, PS4 edition's better than the Switch edition because it had more updates. How many days have you have? Well, I haven't survived how many days because this isn't hardcore, so I have died, of course. But I've had this war for 10,000 days. I've had this war for 10,000 days at least. We could have, so we only needed 4, okay. So, here we go. Whoops. Oops. Boops. At least 10,000 days on this world. So, we've just invented this, guys. It's a swimming pool racing game. So you have your lane, and the first person to swim all the way over there and turn off the light is a winner. Do you have the ability to play songs in the background? Yeah, of course I can play songs in the background. Yes, but a lot of you can't grasp the fact that if I play songs in the background, I will be denied money. I can't play music in the background due to the fact that I will get. That's what I didn't stop. Is your bitrate lagging? No, it's probably the internet. My internet's being a bit patchy. Build your avatar. I have had people tell me that for quite a few times recently. Yeah, it's a bit laggy at the moment. It is a bit laggy at the moment, but it's been like that for days. It's not the game, it's the fact that my internet's been playing up. Last night, my internet, you know when you click internet speed test? Last night it was that bad. The internet speed test didn't even load. It's just the internet's been a bit patchy the last couple of days. But we've had some bad weather though. It's because we've had bad weather. We've had some like bad weather in the UK. Yeah, it's what happened for me is that the internet speed was just a bit low. Joe, why do you have a multiplayer minigame? Because I play with people sometimes. People aren't... Can I do a face reveal? Why would you guys want me to do a face reveal? I'm overweight. I just don't see the point in face reveals. Why do you guys need to know that I have a double chin? How does me having a double chin affect my Minecraft gameplay? I just don't see the point in them. You don't need to know what someone looks like to watch their Minecraft streams. I'm not insecure or anything like that, but I don't see the point. I don't see the point. Yeah. No, I was your 21st sub. When did you subscribe? Because my 21st subscriber was a long time ago. Yeah. You weren't my 21st sub, no offense. You weren't my 21st sub because you created your channel 2 years ago. My 21st sub was in 2016. My 21st sub was like in 2016-17 time. I've had over 1,000 subscribers since 2021. Yeah, so you would have been like the 4,000th and 21. You weren't my 21st subscriber because my YouTube channel is much older than 2 years. My YouTube channel is 10 years old at the end of the year. Sorry, it's alright. Yeah, you definitely weren't my 21st sub because I've had my YouTube channel very long. I have a very tough question. Of course. You don't have to ask me a question, guys. Just ask the question. A tough question. What's better, tumble or battle? I'd like to say battle, but I really love tumble. But the problem I have with battle now is the fact that if you can still find online lobbies on the Switch. You can still find online lobbies on the Switch. The problem is though, when you're playing online on the online lobbies on the Switch. Make a water bottle that is a house. Interesting. When you go and, for example, when you go and play battle now, it's all full of people that are hacking. So I've seen somebody walk over and kill me one hit. Finding players on the Nintendo Switch is rare. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not rare on the Switch Legacy. Literally, you get into a game. You get into a game all the time. You get into a game and it's between 3 and 8 players all the time. It's not that rare. Glide is rare. You don't find one on Glide. That's the only thing you don't find. Would you rather have glasses that see into the future? Can you make a world download? What, this world? Yeah, but it's still online. But, you know, millions of people, over a few million people bought it before it ended, the Joke 60. at least a couple of million people bought that game version before it got ousted. You've got to think, at least if I made a world download. Yeah, but the Switch is one of those. The Switch 2's only just come out, so most people still play their Switch. Original Switch. Can I make a world download? I'm going to do that in a couple of months, but I'm going to make it so people can buy it. And that can buy a copy of it. Tumblr you can find. You can find people on Tumblr, but normally you've got to create the lobby. Can you answer my question? Would you rather have glasses let you see in the future or see glasses in the future? Glasses that I can see that's glasses that let you see the future. That would be cool. Well, I would do it as a channel membership. So we got a realm on this world. We got a realm. If you're a channel member, we've got a realm on this world. It's £7 a month. It's £7 a month. So it's I think it's $7 a month somewhere else. But it's basically you have full access to a copy of this world on Bedrock. But I would do Bedrock because I do have Java, but I can't port a legacy world to Java. I'm afraid. Yeah, you can't find Glide is impossible on the Switch. Tumble is not. If you create it, bro, in my school, kids are saying, yeah, well. That meme makes no sense, guys. That meme makes no sense. Literally, I'm going to 100% break it down for everyone. The point of it, it's because Glide didn't have as much going for it. That meme is so stupid. But it's so stupid because the point of the meme is that there is no point to the meme. I can't listen to that because I'm streaming. I can't air people's music while I'm streaming, or they'll get all the money from the stream and I won't get anything. Yeah, the point of this, the 6-7 meme is that there is no meme towards it. How old do you think I am? Cool dude. How old do you think I am? Nobody say anything. Have a guess, because everyone that asks me that question, I'll make them guess. Because it leads to some quite funny answers. Makes people. It's an interesting one. Everybody. 37. How old do you think? I'm not 37. I'm not 37 for another, I don't know, almost 15 years. I'm joking. I'm joking, guys. I'm not angry, but yeah, I'm not 37. I'm not 37. That's the first time. Thank you for making me. I'm not 14 years older. I'm 23. I'm not 37. Yeah, the first time I played Minecraft was on my friends in like 2012. Next time I played Minecraft was 2014 on my. How long do you think I will be making content? Well, it depends though. Some people just do it for the money, but I'm a filmmaker by trade, so I will be making content for as long as I live. You know, some of those YouTubers you oh, sorry. Some of those YouTubers you watch, guys. Some of those YouTubers you watch, you've got to realize, guys, that they're only there for the money. Whereas some of those YouTubers that you watch and think are really cool, some of them are only there for the money. Whereas, for example, I'm here because I love content creation. Can you make a live stream after 3:30? When's 3:30? 3:30 is in an hour. $3:30 is literally in an hour. I probably can't. I'm going to imagine that you're from America. Yeah, for me it's an hour. But I probably will be streaming in 2-3 hours. I probably will still be streaming in 3 or 4 hours. Just because I can. Thanks to the people who subscribed, by the way. We're aiming to hit 8k by the end of by the end of next month. Goodbye. Have a good rest of your day. Oh my god, my bag. Yeah, to answer that question, I'm not 37. I'm 23, guys. I'm not 37. That's the that's not the highest I've ever been called, but oh god. Right, so we made that mini game. What should we make now? What should we do now? Yabba dabba doo. Do do do. Do 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 do. La 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 la. La 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 la. La. Guys, I wanna say something to you guys. How many hours do you think I played of Minecraft Legacy How many hours do you guys think? Are you a good YouTuber? You can't really ask me that because I'm gonna say yes. So you gotta ask yourself that, guys. Are you a good YouTuber? I think you've got to ask yourself that. Why do you guys come back and watch my stuff? If you get what I mean. Oh my god. Oh my god. They should bring back Legacy. They should, but they can't. That's the thing. Bedrock is stinky. It is. But it's because that was Microsoft. That was Microsoft's idea. Hello, Alex. Welcome to the stream. Oh, sorry, my nose is a bit blocked. There we go. Don't really know what I should do with this room. I had to make this room smaller because we hit the fact of the when you're meant to celebrate 4,000 subscribers. The algorithm is bad, but marketplace bugs. Yeah, that's Microsoft ideas. You know, Microsoft spent a lot of money on Minecraft, so they've now got to cash out to get that money back. They got to make a profit from it. You know, they spent forever whatever billion. I just got to go get a tissue. Right, I'm back. Live shots kind of set, most of them weird. Yeah, that's why I made these. I kept coming across these live shorts, so I switched my streams to live shorts just to see. Hello, Sinlot, welcome to the stream. I switched my stream to these just to experiment with vertical lives, and so many people watch them. So many people will be turning up and watching them, but I opted to just continue and just do these all the time because people love them more. It's me, the dude that asked about the red and green tour minigame. Cool, I remember you. Welcome back. We just made a minigame, actually. We just made a minigame. I'm going to go back over there. We just made a minigame over here. We made a little swimming pool. We made a swimming pool minigame. What console do you play Legacy on? I have the Nintendo Switch version. How have you been, Sinlop? Haven't seen you on the streams in a little while. How are you? I'm first place. I'm first place. The swimming one. Yeah, we made. I'm gonna go back there. Actually, before I do, let's take this little path here. This is the minigame you're referring to, isn't it, Sinlop? This is the minigame you're referring to, the red and green one. You're referring to, if I recall correctly, you're referring to King of the Hill. So, you're referring to King of the Hill, so this one here. You're referring to this one. Building a big project, cool. Minecats are faster in Legacy. It's like a Colosseum. Well, yeah, we have a Colosseum over here. We have the Roman Colosseum over here for the Spleef Arena. And then we have King of the Hill. So, I think you're referring to this building here. I think you're referring to this one right here. Oh, I think you're referring to this one, aren't you? Oh, I just realised that I'm looking at the stream as well. I realised that the stream is there's a little bit of a delay, so I haven't got there yet in the video, which is pretty funny. Cool buildings, thank you. This world is 10 years old. I'm building the hallway of the Colosseum. Cool. I've built one of those myself because I really wanted to build one. Yeah, this is called King of the Hill. The object is you've got to knock your opponent off. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, this is my Colosseum. It's basically built. It's built to look like a spleef arena. If I made a water park, yeah, cool. Yeah, this is this is my spleef arena. Thanks for reminding me. Cool. You should make a water park. Well, if I made a water park, I would just make the rides here. There's another minigame up there. We're not quite finished. We got a volcano. We got that spleef here, and then we've got volcano spleef here. This is designed to look like the inside of a volcano. This build doesn't exactly look very good though. Can't remember how I made this. We got a pyramid. We've got a hockey. We got a bumper cars game. No, mending's not actually that rare. Mending's not that rare. I got it on my boots. I've got it on my chest piece. I've got it on my axe. I've got it on my sword, and I have it on my other pickaxe. I love spleef. Yeah, I built a couple of spleef arenas. That was the second one. That was the third one I built. We used to have another one right. We used to have another one right here, which we took down to build this new one, and we had one over there, which I took down recently. What else have we got? We built a circus tent not that long ago. We're building a roller coaster. We're finishing off Pirate Battle, which I haven't quite finished. I haven't quite finished the designs yet. Yes, bumper carts, boats on ice. Yeah. If I go up here, and this is what we've just invented here, guys. So it's a boat race. It's a swimming game. You're swimming. Obviously, it doesn't work as well on here. You're swimming, and whoever turns their light on first is the winner. Basically, it's the first. There's 4 lanes. Can you make golf? I have made golf before, but I've been trying to work out a design for that works, and I haven't quite found one yet. But that's something that I will consider in the future. I like whatever sort of block that works, to be honest. So this is the circus tent. I love blue, so I made it blue and white. So the circus tent, I made it blue and white because blue is my favorite color. That's what I was gonna do, but I haven't quite worked out a layout yet. That's why I haven't done it. I haven't quite worked out like a layout that I would like to do. So that's why I've sort of delayed doing it, because I haven't quite worked out a layout that I like to copy some builds from the tutorial world. I want to do that. I really want to do that, but I'm never good at copying builds. I'm very good at coming up with builds though. So we've got loads more space to build minigames there. We've got more space over there. We've got more space over in the other part. So this minigame area is going to be huge. I think he's in my YouTube Discord server, yeah. Which we've just hit over 100 members, guys, in my legacy Discord server. But there isn't much activity on in there. There's not really much activity that goes on in there. What did I want? I mean, this hill I made smaller. This hill I had to make. This bit should have been this bit's a hill. The hill used to go to here. I had to get rid of some of it to make the tent, so I remade it to look like this. I think we can fit a mini game in there. Who's trying to drop by? Have a good rest of your day. You can put it in the other. You can put it in the other games section. You can put it in the other games section, Pixel Dibble. In the Discord server. Well, it depends. It depends. Nintendo Switch is the best. Nintendo Switch is the best overall in terms of you can play it at home and play it away and play it away from home. I reckon Nintendo Switch is the best one, not because it's obviously got the best not because it's got the best graphics. Obviously, for PS4 and Xbox One have larger worlds. But Nintendo Switch is the only one which you can truly play at home and handheld and away, because you can't take your Xbox away if you're camping. You can't take your PS4 away if you're camping, and PS Vita didn't run as well. Nintendo Switch, you can play it. Nintendo Switch, you can play Minecraft exactly the same way as you would play it on your TV away. Plus, Nintendo Switch has larger worlds than the PS Vita. There's you can do that. Wii U is good. I do have the Wii U edition. This world was actually created on the Wii U. This world here was created on the Wii U in 16. Makes me feel old. I got the Wii U edition of Minecraft 10 years ago. Jesus. Oh. It does make me feel partially old that the Wii U edition, I've had it for over 10 years. I've had it for 10 years now. Well, I got it for my birthday in 2015. Wii U is pretty good. The problem with the Wii U edition was that the Wii U edition was alright, but it was limited. The Wii U probably could have had larger worlds. The Wii U probably could have had slightly larger worlds than the Xbox, and the Wii U probably could have had little bit larger worlds than Xbox One and PS3, because Wii U was a few years old, was a few years younger, but they didn't know how to do that then. Around the World in 80 Days. Phileas Fogg. Jules Verne. Yes, I do. Also wrote by the same man. That did 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. La la la. Because of the games it had, yeah. I mean, I've still got my Wii U. And also it was it was also backwards compatible, so you can play every single Wii game on it as well, which is what I do when I'm if you see a Lego video game from me, normally it's a Wii game into the Wii U. Normally I'm using the Wii U to play it, which is why the Wii U is under my desk. Because I want to film some video games on it. Oh, my nose. Actually, how does this sound, guys? How does this sound? I'm going to do Lego Batman. I'm going to finish editing Lego Batman, the video game. And then the next one I'll do is Lego Batman. The next one I'll do is Lego Batman 2. Mario Kart 8. I've got Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart 8 came with my Wii U when I got it. I will admit though, guys, I did generally love the Wii U. I will admit I did generally love the Wii U, and I still play my Wii U, even though obviously the Wii U came out like what? When did the Wii U come out? Like 2012, or a little bit old. In fact, Wii U's right now, Wii U's are still quite expensive. At the moment, you can buy one. It says new on it from Amazon, 500 quid. Oh, it comes with Mario, Super Luigi, premium packs, which is why it's 500 quid nearly. 500 though, guys. So the thing come out bloody. The console came out like 15 years ago, which makes me feel really, really, really old that it came out 15 years ago, because I can remember playing the Wii U in 2000. I can remember playing the Wii when it came out. Nintendo Wii, great console, guys. I loved playing the Nintendo Wii when I was younger. Well, it's a beta Switch. Well, the Wii U is what the Switch should. The Switch is what the Wii U should have been. The Switch is what the Wii U should have been. Yeah, I think the Wii U. I personally think on that, I think the Wii U is what the Switch probably should have been. I think the Wii U is what the Switch most likely should have been. Do you guys get what I mean? I'll be back in a second. if the Wii U marketing was good, there'd be a Wii 3. Yeah. That was their problem, calling it the Wii U. They should have called it the Wii 2. They should have called it the Wii 2. The name was the problem. The name was the problem because a lot of people thought it was an extension of the Wii. Everyone thought it was like a... They thought it was like a Wii accessory. And then it was like, no, it's a new console. They should have called it the Wii 2 or something like that. Sorry, I've just been handed these bits of fudge, guys. It's chocolate. It's so delicious. And I'm probably going to eat the rest of them. Oh, they're so nice. When you bite into it, there's a sense of really nice chocolate. Oh. Sorry. But literally, yeah, that's the problem with the Wii U, was the name. Calling it the Wii U, a lot of people thought it was like an extension, like a bloody accessory piece. That was the sort of issue that the Switch had. Why is it so cold, guys? It's freezing. When did the Wii U come out? 2012, guys. 2012. It released in 2012. I think you can. Hold on, I've got a Switch Joy. I've got my green Switch Joy-Cons here. I think you can. I don't know though. I'm glad that because I'm using the Switch. I'm using the Switch 2 right now. I don't know if you can though, so let's have a look. Honestly, I need a pair that works first. I haven't used the Switch. I haven't used the original Switch. I think the Joy-Cons are flat. I think you can, I just don't know. Because I'm using the Switch too. One thing I am glad about is the fact that they've made the Joy-Cons bigger. The fact that they've made them bigger, so... I'm glad that they've made them bigger. Because... I've got a Switch one. I've got a Switch 2 one in my right hand and a Switch one in my left hand. Literally. A Switch 2 Joy-Con literally goes from the bottom of the palm of my hand all the way up to just above the start of my fingers. A Joy-Con literally fits in the palm of my hand. A Switch Joy-Con fits in the palm of my hand. I do like that they made the Switch Joy-Cons bigger. That is true, but the RAM shortage was caused by people making AI videos. Because obviously, to make those videos, you need more and more RAM. But oh, sorry, my nose. But talking about that, guys. Hello, Finn. Welcome back. Hello, Obsidian. Welcome back. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. We're now 15 days into 2026. Makes me feel AI sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. AI is useful, but only when used properly. And a lot of the people that are using it aren't using it properly. AI is a good tool when used properly. You know, so I've used it for correcting spelling mistakes in the things I wrote. But it's not cheating. It's not cheating. It's there to help you. It's there to help you. But people that are making videos out of it, that is cheating, because you're uploading videos to YouTube that you haven't shot. People using it to fix spelling mistakes, that's not cheating. That's an effective use of it. So, for example, I used AI a few years ago to make an image of an old lady. I used AI on a short film that I was working on because I needed a picture of a lady in a nurse's outfit, and I needed the photo to look old. So I just typed in old nurse photo, and it gave me a photo that looked convincing, and I used it. They cheat on exams. No, that's not cheating on exams. What it is, and that doesn't work anyway, though. Because the schools now have a system where basically schools also use an AI system. Schools use an AI system to detect whether they've used AI, and if it flags up as 100%, then it's failed. That's how they do it. So your work is scanned. Your work is scanned. Your work is scanned by a system to prove if you've just used AI or if you've copy and pasted. So yeah, most of the people that use AI on their exams actually fail. Oh, sorry, my nose keeps blocking. Yeah, most people that use AI on their exams actually fail because it flags up in the scanners that it's 99%. ChatGPT is pretty much useless. Well, they're all useless. No, Google exists, yeah, but then you are aware that ChatGPT just looks at Google. ChatGPT, all those AI things, just scan Google and look for answers for your questions. They span the internet, look for answers, and you've got to hope that they give you a correct answer. Because, they could come across a fault. They could come across something false and give you that as an answer. So, for example, I write novels. For example. So I googled one of my own books a couple of weeks ago, and it told me, this AI thing popped up, and it told me all this information about my book, and it told me it was inspired by this Japanese film from the 1960s, which is totally untrue. I didn't. The 1960s Japanese film I knew nothing about. And it's basically, AI had just grabbed loads of random information and shoved it together and made it look like it was a real answer. Oh my god, my toe. Right. Sorry, my nose is really blocked. Just checking some notifications, just seeing if there's any comments on my stream or anything like that. Saw someone mining. Yeah, but you will go to those brain rotted streams. Yeah, but those streams, one thing you don't know about those streams, which I can tell you about, guys, those streams are actually like 2 clips and they just play on loop, on loop, on loop. You don't realise it's actually a video on loop. Those streams, you don't actually realise it's the same clip, just looped. And because obviously they're mining, it constantly because they're mining, it constantly looks like they're mining and mining and mining and mining. But what you don't realise is it's actually the same clip, just on loop, on repeat, on repeat. This is why their pickaxes don't ever seem to break. It's why when you used to see those videos of people mining bedrock for a year, it's why their pickaxe never used to break, because it was just the same clip on loop, on loop, on loop. I could show you guys. I could do that. I could show you guys how to do that. I know how they do that. The video just loops and loops and loops. So the mining clip looks realistic because it's just a clip. It's just a clip on loop, on loop, on loop, on loop, on loop, on loop. I don't know. I've never played Roblox, so I've never watched any clips from it because I've never played it. I will be honest. I'm old enough to remember when people played Roblox in like 2013, 14 time, and I thought Roblox was absolutely shit. Yeah, 2013, 14 time. I thought Roblox was absolutely shit. I've never played it. My friend played it, and I said to my friend, I said that game looks shit. And that's just my opinion, but the game looked shit. The graphics look horrible. Well, they still do. It all went bad in 2020. No, I don't. I think it's always been bad. It's one of those. If you're enjoying yourself, you don't notice the bad shit. But you know, Roblox hasn't upgraded its graphics in 20 odd years. You know, Roblox has never upgraded its graphics. It's never like fixed any of its bugs. I don't think so. Well, I know they floated the idea. Well, they don't have a feature, but they floated the idea. They floated the idea. But you are aware, though. Yeah, but that's more that makes more sense. He's not forcing them to do that. That's because of the British government. The British government brought in a policy a couple of months ago about age restrictions on sites in the UK. So a lot of the companies come up with he's not forcing them to do that. That's basically the companies themselves. And that all spans from the British government. The British government brought in a law that they've been discussing for years, and it was all about, you know, inappropriate sites. You have to have age verification. It was designed to stop children. Yeah. But the reason Roblox did that is because of what the British government did. The British government brought in a policy that's sites with like inappropriate stuff on had to have age verification to stop children seeing stuff that they shouldn't see, which makes more sense. Which it made sense. The only problem with that was, you know, you're storing people's data on a server. Which makes partial sense, but not all sense. No, I muted my mic for a second. Fortnite. I've never played Fortnite, but I think Fortnite's a cash grab. I think Fortnite is not really collabs. Fortnite is more of a cash grab. It's not collabs, because you know that a collab is when you shoot another video of a YouTube video, but the Fortnite thing is all about money. They have to pay. They have to pay people to bring their to allow them to add those skins. So they have to pay them. So it's a cash grab. It's about how much money can we make. How much can we milk? How much can we rinse? How much can we rinse out of these people that play it? And some people are stupid enough to pay it. Do you guys get what I mean? Like, some people are stupid enough that they will go and pay £1,000 for a skin. So when Fortnite had their black hole events when the game froze, I saw this thing online. This person come down and complained that this person complained on social media that their kid had spent £3,000 on the game since it came out, and I'm like, £3,000 on a game, £3,000 on DLC. Like, that's stupid. Like, that's ridiculous money that you shouldn't spend that much on a video game. Do you guys sort of get what I mean? Like, £3,000 is a lot of money. £3,000 is a lot of money to spend on video games, especially on one game. Like, that's a lot of money. Like, that would buy you the best computer in the world. That would buy you literally the best laptop around. If that would buy you. So that's basically a month's salary in the UK. That's a month's salary for good earners in the UK. And so somebody had spent the equivalent of a month's salary on Fortnite, which is absolutely stupid. Do you guys get what I mean? What do you think? But that's ridiculous, isn't it? Why would you spend that much money? Yeah. Oh, absolutely freezing, guys. Thank you, everybody. I'm probably going to end this stream now, so thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.